Hi, this is your teacher, Professor Nirmal Kumar Swain. Welcome to this video lecture, and we are developing this learning resources for our students, and this is part of the course or the paper book publishing as an elective course in second semester of Department of Library and Information Science. This is your teacher, Professor Nirmal Kumar Swain. Okay, so welcome and thanks for watching. Next point we are discussing about structure of a book publishing house. Okay, book publishing house or publishing house. So as I told you, so in case of books, there are different parts of books. Like one author is there. So author comes up with an idea. So it is publisher. It is publisher who gives the shape, a different shape to the book, rather live to the idea of the author till the book reaches to the library, bookshop, and to the hands of the reader. Okay. So here publisher is very much instrumental, though it is author's business who comes up with an idea. The idea to write something, to make a manuscript, and it is author who gives the life to a book. So in a sense, its service is admirable, like of author, and if publisher is not there, probably the authors sometimes, I will come to the self-publishing also. So the authors cannot create their ideas into book. So this is one. So here publishers are do the social service. At the same time, there are also business people or social entrepreneurs. Okay, so so publishing, what is the difference between, because it is written publishing house, how do difference between publisher and publishing house? The one and the same thing. The moment you say publishing house, it connotes like it is a business house, or it is the way we call it, entrepreneur, business house, it is a large organization, so that way. So probably in this sense only we will be studying publication house or publishing house. Well, you must have seen a grocery shop, the single man maintaining a grocery shop, including collecting money and asking the query of the customers, at the same time packs up the goods and delivers to the customers. So, but at the same time, grocery shops are large also, malls you go. So the larger the shop or the entrepreneuring enterprises, so larger people, the crowd works with the different sections or different departments or different divisions. So we are discussing a standard publishing house where many people works, and they have different divisions. So our concern to this lecture is that, so there are 4 to 5, or if the larger the publishing house, and they have a more number of. The first of all, we can say the Department of Acquisition is a big organization. It's a Department of Acquisition. Acquisition, there are, depending upon how big is and how thick the request or book proposals are coming up, depends upon. So in that section, how many people works. So it is a division, acquisition division. So there is always in each and division there is a divisional head, rather different name and designations are given. So acquisition is that, suppose someone is interested, so in publishing in Oxford University Press or Cambridge University Press or Springer or Sage or whatever, so they should make a proposal in a given format and send to the acquisition department only. So they take it, so their concern is that, because sometimes the publishers are not multidisciplinary enterprises. Sometimes they are confined to only engineering or technology only. but there are publishers, they accept all kinds of, all domains of knowledge, maybe social science, science, humanities, technology, whatever, world war, culture, history. So suppose someone has sent a proposal to the accusation department. So they take, if it is beyond their or not fit into their domain, they instantly maybe they reply that with thanks that we are not concerned, we don't publish this. If it is to their domain, they keep it for the only acknowledge that okay, we receive, thank you for showing your interest with us, and we will back to you within a month or a week or so, because they have a committee. So they, couple of people, they do discuss whether this proposal is acceptable or not. In that proposal, many categories are there. So like what kind of idea, when the book can be, the manuscript can be submitted, what are the competitive books in the market, and what are the target audience, and for which syllabus this book can be recommended. So these are the things, because as I told you, the publishers are entrepreneurs or enterprisers rather. So they look at the profit, how much we can gain, because they have to pay the staff, then the author's royalty, and many things are there. Okay, this is the job of then we have another, I am talking about a standard or a middle range publishing house, or standard rather say, not big or small. So they have editorial department. Once the book is, proposal is accepted, then the editorial department is to guide the authors, because the big publisher, they are very much concerned about the content. If the content is having some sensitive things, maybe the book is maybe banned by the things, or may not have that much lucrative customers. The librarians won't buy the books to their libraries. So that's a very much concern. And the international publishers look into the international levels also. Like as I told you, many publishers, book is published in India, and the book will be siphoned to other parts of America, Europe. So it won't be targeted readers, won't be the Indian readers. Okay. So that way the editorial department, they are trained with this. Editorial departments is to guide. They have different commissioning editors, then proof and everything. So they do it. The next is your production. Once the things are there, maybe a couple of months or a year or so it takes, then the book will go into the printing press for the shape of a book. So they have different machines, so they have different trained staff for stitching, kinds of papers to be used also. Kinds of paper to be used depends upon the kinds of the content and how long the book can be preserved or reserved in libraries. If it is of encyclopedic nature, if it is a dictionary kind of nature, or if it is a consulting kind of nature, what we call reference books, then maybe especially in European publishers, big publishers, they use acid-free paper. In Europe, they have a standard these papers can be used. Although in India also we are coming up, but so that you must have seen the Encyclopedia Britannica, although it is no more in printing. Their papers it published in 40s, 50s, and still the papers are doesn't get any kind of insects, and still the paper is as good as it was published. So sometimes insect free, or they have different chemicals they use also. So production house and stitching also. Sometimes in the local publishing houses, they use gums for not stitching. If you throw the book will be split into many parts. But in stitching, the books, big publishing house, they different automatic stitching through the machine, so that overnight, or sometimes within on demand, sometimes within a month, week or so, the book can come out with a good form. I have experienced with my books also. Okay, so when you demand the publishers, the printers are ready with this. So this is what the production. And another is promotion and marketing, as it is a product, book as a product, as well as they are shopkeepers, they are big entrepreneurs, they are big enterprisers. Okay, So they look at the product should be reached to the different corners of. So in a big publishing house they have different sales area managers. There, suppose in India there are many, 5 or 10. They have a section head also, India head of sales. So different states are northern part, southern part, western part, eastern part, northeastern parts. So each they come visit to the booksellers as well as the big libraries also, with a catalog and promotional materials. Sometimes they used to organize a part of, sponsor the seminars also. Like these days authors workshop is a new concept coming up. Every Springer and Elsevier, they used to organize authors workshop. So their own people get a slot or space to speak, how authors can be contacted and how authors can get the help from the publisher itself. So this is publication. So 4-5 divisions and many more. Accounting, if it is bigger and further bigger, they have accounting divisions also. This is the structure of a standard publishing house. Thank you for watching. Hope you liked it.